My husband thinks I'm working late, but I'm actually falling in love with my coworker and I don't know how to stop. Part 2. I think I crossed a line last night, and I don't know if there's any going back. It's been 2 weeks since my last update, and things have escalated in ways I never expected. Jake and I have been meeting for coffee before work, staying late together almost every night, and texting constantly. Tom's starting to notice more, making comments about how dedicated I've become, but he says it with this edge now, like he knows something's off but can't put his finger on it. Last Friday, Jake asked if I wanted to grab dinner after work. Just dinner, he said, but we both knew it wasn't just dinner. I should have said no. Instead, I texted Tom that I was having drinks with the girls from accounting. We went to this little Italian place across town, somewhere I'd never run into anyone I knew. The conversation flowed like wine, and God, we did drink wine. More than I should have. Jake told me about his ex-wife, how toward the end she accused him of loving his work more than her. Maybe she was right, he said. But I think I just hadn't met the right person to love more than anything else. The way he looked at me when he said it. I knew exactly what he meant. I told him about Tom, about how we used to stay up all night talking about our dreams, how we'd plan these elaborate trips we never took. When did we stop dreaming together? I asked, and Jake reached across the table and took my hand. Maybe you just outgrew each other, he said softly. That's not anyone's fault. We sat there holding hands across the table, and I felt more connected to him than I had to Tom in years. When he walked me to my car, I thought he might kiss me. Part of me wanted him to. But he just brushed a strand of hair from my face and said, "Drive safe, beautiful." I cried the whole way home. Not from sadness, but from the overwhelming realization of what I was feeling. I'm falling in love with Jake. Maybe I already have. Tom was asleep when I got home, and I was grateful. I couldn't have looked him in the eye. Yesterday was when everything really changed. Jake and I were alone in the office. Everyone else had left for a company happy hour we'd both skipped. We were supposed to be reviewing final campaign materials, but we kept getting distracted, talking about books, music, life. The sun was setting through the big windows, casting everything in golden light. "Can I tell you something?" Jake said suddenly. I nodded, not trusting my voice. "I think about you all the time. When I wake up, when I'm going to sleep, during meetings when I should be focused on work. I think about what it would be like if we met under different circumstances." My heart was pounding so hard I was sure he could hear it. "Jake, I know you're married. I know this is complicated. But I can't pretend I don't feel this way about you." And then he kissed me. It wasn't a long kiss, maybe 3 seconds, but it felt like my whole world shifted. Every nerve in my body was on fire. When we broke apart, we just stared at each other, both breathing hard. "I should go," I whispered. "Yeah," he agreed, but neither of us moved. "This can't happen," I said. "I know." But even as we said the words, we both knew it was too late. The line was crossed. Whatever this is between us, it's bigger than both of our good intentions. I drove home in a daze. Tom was making dinner, humming off-key like he always does, completely oblivious to the fact that his wife had just kissed another man. He asked about my day, and I gave him the usual non-answers while internally screaming. That night, lying next to Tom while he slept, I stared at the ceiling and tried to figure out what kind of person I'd become. I love my husband, I do, but I'm not in love with him anymore. Maybe I haven't been for a long time. Jake makes me feel things I'd forgotten I could feel. This morning, Jake texted, "Can we talk today?" I haven't responded yet. I know that conversation will change everything.